Hello, my name's Chris, this is Blue Kraken Gaming, and welcome back to Frostpunk, where if you are enjoying the series, I would ask that you please consider leaving a like, a comment, or a subscription. Any or all help the channel grow, and they help get this out in front of other people, so thank you very much to those of you that do that. Now, in our last episode, I'm trying to remember what we did in our last episode. In last episode, that was it. We found all of the refugees that were out in the wasteland, who were basically telling us about a giant storm front that was going to be approaching us. And there it is. So now we're in the preparation to try and be set up for this storm so that when it hits us, we are ready for it, which is going to be a challenge. And what will happen is as this storm front continues or comes forward, it's going to start freezing all of these markers here, and we're going to need to get our steam core guys here at Tesla City back before they get frozen over. So I'm thinking we've probably got quite a few steam cores. Yeah, we're up to 10. So I'm thinking when it gets to about the frozen pond, I'm going to bring them back at that point. Other than that, we've got our 3 scout sleds out here to our 3 new outpoints, because apparently there's more refugees there. And we need to build up food rations. We need to research the overdrive couplings and basically get everyone home. So we're currently in the process of that. We are building an infirmary at the moment to try and hopefully deal with these 16 sick that we've got here, because each one is taking 10 patients. It's not quite going to cut it, but that's what we're trying to do. We're getting more and more automatons to actually pick up on things, because we can now have medical automatons. So we've got a couple of the infirmaries being run by our robotics servants. So yeah, we're just prepping for the storm. We need to get a lot of food rations sorted out, and we don't actually even have enough space to store all of those at the moment. So let's get more resource depots down, because yeah, we need to. Okay, that's all of our wood, but that's fine because we've got our wood drill here working. Well, I say full pelt. It says 65 efficiency, but it runs 24 hours a day. So on a 24-hour cycle, it works out to like 130% efficient. This worried me. Now it's showing 23 hours left, because we are burning more coal than expected, because we're having to make more of these little heat zones. So our research is on the steam hub range, which I don't want, but I want the efficiency. So we need the range for that first. So that's what we're rattling towards. So we'll just speed that up. But yeah, I don't like having that countdown on the generator. It bothers me. So we are desperately going to be trying to get as much coal sorted as we can. Right, we got spare engineers, so that will sort those. And we need to get the food rations stockpiled up. Okay. Yeah, I really want to get the efficiency of those steam hubs sorted, because I'm really hoping that's going to sort it out. Otherwise, we're going to need... well, I suppose we could try and squeeze another gathering post in. Yeah, we can fit one there. And it says it will pick up that coal. Same with those, and we've definitely got the bodies for it, so I think we do that just to try and help it at the moment. And if needs be, we can upgrade, I think, these... There we go. Okay, so that's now in theory giving us more. We're back in the green, which is good. We've got steam coal thumpers, and I believe in the research under resources... Yeah, we can get thumper injectors, which will make them a bit more, which will get more out of them as well. So that's hopefully going to keep us going. Right, scouts reach the deep hollow. We have survivors. These people were on their last legs despite taking shelter in an ice crevasse. Many of them suffer from heavy frostbite and hypothermia. We can still help them if we act quickly and bring them to our city. They can't stand on their own, some can hardly speak. Right, let's bring them in. And then we've got more survivors at the deep hollow. These people must have fallen into this hole while escaping the storm. Half of them didn't survive the crash, but it seems that we could rescue the wounded. That is, if we strap them to our sleds and bring them home quickly. Bring them in. And this was part of the reason that in a previous episode I did the research for the sled speeds, because then it lets them run around and get back faster with stuff like that. Okay. Right. So you're all nice and toasty. How is the temperature for everyone? Right, yep. So we've got... Okay, so that's now got us the... Right, we need... Research the hub efficiency. I'm hoping the hubs are... Yeah, I need to change all of the hubs now back to a range of 1. Because I don't need them on range 2. And range 2 burns more... Sure, range 2 burns more coal. Right, that one's turned off. I'm sure it burns more coal. Yeah, twice as much when when this is active. So yeah, that would be a problem. Right, okay. I really wish it hadn't auto set all of them to range 2, because that is a bother. Range 1. At least I can see all this consumption. Right, you're still on 20. Set you to range 1. Right, that looks like the only one that is still on range 2, so I can turn that down. Check the consumption. Yeah, they're all back to 12. Okay, so that's put us back in the green, and it set us ready to go for the efficiency. Right, food. Let's try and get more food down, because we can get more of these hunters' hangers. Put one there. One there. Put those down, because then we can just get more raw food in, cook it all. Right, everyone's now being in a facility, which is good. Right, there we go. So we've got another scout group with more survivors. All these people are deathly ill. It's a wonder that they're still alive. The snowy burrows are only a little less freezing than the surrounding icy wasteland. They won't last a day if we don't take them right now. Well, let's take them right now. Okay, so they're all on their way back. It's a bother that you have to go in and out a few times, but again, that's why I wanted the sled speeds. So, we got plenty of people to go out and get more food there. There you go, they're all taking off. Right, Scout Unit 4's come back, which is good. You guys can go back out to Camp Vulcan. Okay. And then early whoop. Scout Unit 6 are back. You guys can head back out to Camp Meteor. Okay, so now we've got 27 homeless. Right, okay, so this is where we need to get more housing down. Right, okay. Right. Yeah, that's all in range there. We just need to get some streets down. Okay, so let's get that going. Get all of that built. Right, okay, so there's just that homeless problem. We're going to have a temperature drop in the morning. That's going to be fun. But we've done what we can on that front. Okay. There we go. Those are the houses getting done. We've now just got hungry people, but that's fine because we've got plenty of food. Runaway child. Yeah, we're going to equip this runaway child. Sir, a man is here to see you. He says that his daughter has run away after the news of the storm spread. He wants to borrow a scout sled and go after her. She's a big girl, but she's always been very impulsive and she scares easily, the father explains. I must find her before she's lost for good. She's all I have left. Then we're absolutely sending him, because 30 food rations is easily affordable when we've got 1,000. There we go. So that's Scout Unit 2 back. And you are heading out to Camp Compass. Okay. There we go. So that's survivors. We've got 19 sick. 7 needing a bed. Or 7 needing a bed. We've got a load going to treatment. About a day. Load going there. Got less than a day. Somewhere in here we had some more medical tents. Or did I tear them all down in favour of the infirmaries? I might have done that, truth be told. Right, okay. So let's rattle through these. Okay. Yeah, we're about to have that temperature drop. They're all about a day. They're all going to treatment. They're about a day. They're a number of hours. Okay, so what prep do we want to get done? We've got all the food. You guys have got to come back yet. How is it progressing? Is it frozen anything? No, it's not frozen anything yet, so we're still okay on that front. Okay. There we go. Here's our temperature drop. I am worried, so I am actually going to try and throw down another quick infirmary. Right, do you know what? We'll go down, but you can actually go to range 2. Yeah, because that's okay. And then I need this built as a priority so we can get those workers, or those last 7 people healed. Why is the hope falling again? Quite successful. Most working near a shrine. Oh, that's true. We can put another shrine up, can't we? Faith shrine. Because that'll help all those workers there. Okay, we then need... There we go. So that's all the healing done. That's the steam hub efficiency sorted. Look at that. So many steam hubs, and we've now dropped that across the board. So let's now get that overdrive coupling sorted. So we've got the research done for our objective. It is still now just getting about this food. Do you know what? Let's get a chunk more hunters hangers. Because it's not like we're going to be hurting for them. And I'm not using those coal mines, so that's not an issue. Right. And then we can go like that. Hook all of them up. Okay, scouts have got to Camp Vulcan. As we approach the camp, we can see that its inhabitants are busy packing. They've dismantled a couple of huts to build improvised sledges. You're going the wrong way. The scientists mistook us for refugees, but after we tell them about our city, they're nonplussed. It's probably too close to the storm to withstand it. Well, you might consult Nansen on that if you reach him in the south. Their work here is done. We could convince them to join us so that we can show them our city. And then we then found the jagged rocks. So we're going to try and bring these guys back because I want to try and save everyone we can. Right, okay. Overdrive couplings researched, which is great. Then let's do the generator bypass. Ooh, we need 80 steel for that, and we don't have it. Okay, we're just going to have to wait on that then. Because that one I want, because it slows down how quickly we build up the overdrive. By a fair margin. Right. Good, that's a load more hunters. Excellent, that's that sorted. There we go, that should hopefully get us a load of food now. Why have you got exclamations? Well, it's the end of the workday. Multiple problems. Oh, multiple problems. It's too cold and you haven't got anything to cook. I mean, that makes sense. Okay. Right. Scout Unit 4 has safely come back. So you were the guys... Yeah, so you're going to go back out to those jagged rocks. Oh, we've got our first frozen over place. Do you know what? I don't think we need the steam cores anymore. I'm going to dismantle that and bring them back. Right, you're waiting. Yeah, come to the city. There we go. Right, okay. Because I don't think we need any more steam cores. Right, so camp's reached Camp Meteor. We searched the remains of the camp. This must have been some scientific operation dedicated to the research of whatever punched this hole in the ice. Now the place is deserted, there's nothing of value here, and we've got a large crater and the shattered convoy. So, let's do the scattered convoy first, because that's closer to the storm. Okay. We've got our steel for that now, so we can do a safety bypass, which is what I want. Okay, we'll keep rattling this through. Scouts have reached Count Compass. A small group of scientists is finishing their loading of the supplies. They work efficiently in silence, looking somewhat dejected. We are mostly helping with evacuations now, one of them tells us. We used to study the Earth's magnetic field, but now there are more important things to worry about, like survival. We then found a hut and ice caves. Right, we're going to escort them to the city. We've lost 2 in that direction, which is a huge. Right, okay. Keep rattling this along. Okay, here we are, coming up to morning. What is our food storage? How many rations? So that's food processing. Standard meal. So we can store 2,700 rations, and we need to store 3,420. So guess what? We need more resource posts. Okay, we'll set them going. Okay, and then after that, I think, because we're doing that, and then I think after that we will look at the advanced steelworks to try and speed them up and get even more steel out of them. I refuse to believe one person's hungry when we've got all of that spare. Right, here comes back all of the food. Right. Scouts have reached the shattered convoy. The convoy's vehicles have been damaged by heavy blows. The snow trodden and stained in what seems like blood. Lovely. Hungry polar bears. Inside the damaged crawlers we find several dead bodies. A few of them are torn apart and were partially eaten by some beasts. Polar bears, we think. We'll never know for sure what happened, and there's nothing useful we can salvage. Okay. Now you can head to the large crater. That is coming on fast now. Okay. Right, you all need to be food rations. Yeah, I know you need a road. Right, how are we up to now? 3,600 we can store. Okay, so we can now store enough if we can make it. Okay, there we go. That's the safety bypass reached. Let's get the advanced steelworks. Because steel is becoming our problem. Scout Unit 2's come back with the engineers. You've gone that way. You've gone that way. So you've got these 2 over here. Right, let's send you to the fortified hut. Because if he doesn't find anything, he can come back to the ice caves. Okay. We have 1 homeless person. Wow, okay. You're getting a house to yourself, my friend. You know, just as soon as I can... How are these not houses? Thank you. Right. Just as soon as I can find somewhere to put it. I mean, that'll do. It's inside that steam hub. Okay. Our city. Okay, so that is the... what's it called? Outpost team. Right, let's disband you. Okay, and we've got the large crater. It's hard to judge the crater size from this distance. The vastness only becomes apparent close up. The camp is empty. So the crater's fresh, with broken ice around the rim. We searched the camp for clues, and the scientists found none. Everything's in order, but not perfect order. It looks like they went out to do something and didn't return. Maybe they tried to descend into the crater and got lost in the maze of broken ice, or caught in a blizzard, or both. So we get some free tech. And then, yeah, nothing else. So you're heading to the ice caves then. Okay, we've got these houses coming up. which should sort out all these homeless ones down here. Lovely. Right. You have reached the Jagged Rocks, which says the ruins of an underground base reek of sulphur. It must have been warm, but now exploring the depths is dangerous. Exploring the ruins, we find a briefcase signed by Nansen. It seems to contain some interesting blueprints. So we get more tech and we get Storm's Watch, which... Right, we're going to give that a go because we've still got some bits frozen here, but this is going to be a race against time to get to Storm's Watch. Okay. Temple's influencing people. We're still cooking everything that comes in, which is good. Food is going up, but is it going up fast enough? Let's get more Hunter's Hangers down. Okay, that's all of our steel. Okay, we've got a sick person. What have we got here? A hungry mother. Sir, a woman has come to plead with you. She wants more food rations, but the cook says she's already received her allowance. I beg you, Captain, the woman says in a trembling voice. Your men mean well, but they must have made a mistake. I need 2 rations, 1 for me and 1 for my child. Please. I mean, I get they're not bending the rules, but it's 2 food rations. Our discontent's fine, and, you know, she's got a hungry kid, so we'll give her the rations. I think discontent is pretty under control. Yeah, look, I didn't even rise it. Okay, we've got 1 sick person not in hospital. I don't like that. Because we've got, what, 6 infirmaries? That means we can treat 60... Hang on. Why are they empty and no one's come into them? Okay. Who is this? Oh, they're building. That one's now going to treatment. Okay, you've made it to Nansen's Watch. Oof. This sturdy building can withstand a severe Arctic weather. It's crammed with sophisticated equipment, yet the camp's abandoned. Nansen's warning. We found a note left by Nansen and his co-workers. The expected cold is hard to predict. It will be way below any temperature ever recorded on Earth. Gale force 10 as the jet stream seems to abate on descent. Afterwards, the climate shall start improving slowly. We're moving towards this apocalyptic storm to confirm our predictions. Farewell, and may God protect you. And we get more free tech. But there's nothing else in that direction. So these guys are coming home, because I need to get them back before the storm. I'm hoping... Yeah, this one might come across here. It might be faster for these guys. We're going to have to wait and see. Right. Scouts have reached the ice caves. By the dead bodies we have found and the many crates filled with papers, a testimony to the extensive research dedicated to the fluctuations of the Earth's magnetic field. It's too heavy to understand by our scouts, but too heavy to bring to the city. That's a shame. Right, okay. So, that's going to take you 9 hours, and the other one's still 18 hours away, so you're just coming home now. Because it's faster for them to go across and then down. And I just hope we all get home safe. Okay. So, we've got the cold, we've got the survivors. It's just the food and getting everyone home now. Right. So let's get these guys built. Okay, that's that. Here comes all the food coming back. Right, what have we got? Food theft causes riots. So we've investigated discrepancies between the raw food we use and the output in the cookhouses, and it turns out the cooks are stealing food. The people are furious. We've caught 3 thieves. They say they wanted to secure their families before the storm shuts down the food supply. So we can banish them, have Faith Keepers oversee them, or ignore it. We're going to send the Faith Keepers to supervise them and make sure they don't do it. Because, you know, we kind of need every able body, even though we've got 115 people kicking around not doing anything, because we've got so many robots. Okay, we've got full wood, we're filling on food rations, we are cooking like the Billy-O. Why is this still not connected to a street? Right, we've got advanced steelworks, that's nice. Right, you're making food. Yeah, food rations. Why are you... Oh, because that needs that connection there. Right, and then we can upgrade both of those. Okay, what tech do we want next? That's going to be the question. I think we do the gathering post insulation because we have got people using gathering posts. Scouts to reach the fortified hut. So we can explore that. Scientists who built this station designed it to withstand the Arctic climate, but they clearly underestimated the fierce Arctic fauna. The doors and windows have been smashed in by heavy blows, letting inside the cold and the snow. The scientific and the life support and the equipment froze and burst, dooming the space and its inhabitants. We get some free tech out of it, and that is everything explored. So now we just need to get you guys back home. You guys are back home, so you'll be dismantled. So where is the beacon? There it is. Disband. And then we want to disband the others when they get back as well. Okay, so then we've nearly got everyone back, and then it is just a case of getting the food straightened out. Okay, that's the gathering post insulation. So let's get even more gathering post insulation sorted. Let's try and keep them as warm as possible. Right, you are closed at this time of day, but you've scooped up all this coal. Okay, in which case... Oh, I've already paid into the insulation, so we don't want to abort that. Okay, we've got a ton of coal at the moment, but these... That's a problem, that we've cleared all those coal piles. Right, what have we got now going on? Doom-mongering drunks. Send them home. I'm not banishing someone just for being drunk and saying, the end is upon us. Right, disband these guys. Oh, we're nearly there. The coal is now worrying me. Why did that freeze down? Okay. You got the automatons on, so the steel is off and away. Right. They are now back, so we're going to disband them. So that is now everyone back, and now it's just making sure we've got enough food gathered. So, where are we? Food. More hunters' hangers. There we go. All teams are back. I just desperately want to make sure we really, really cram all that food in. There we go. Gathering post 2 done. Right, tech. I need to get... Where are we? Resources. That is what I wanted. Coal thumpers, because we need more we need the coal piles faster. I also want to then... Just because I don't know if we're actually losing any food from where I don't have enough space to store all of the raw stuff coming in at night. So I do just want to give me a chunk more raw food storage. There's where the storm's going to hit. Coal is keeping full, which is good. Okay, raw food, raw food. So hopefully this is going to let us store a chunk more raw food when they come back from the nightly hunt. Set a load there. Okay, there comes a load of raw food. Yeah, I don't think we got up to 700 before. I think it capped at like the 6. Prayers at work. Sarah, people employed in this field kitchen have refused to work today. I'm going to let them pray because we're doing well on food and we've got 2 other kitchens. So we need 3, 4. We'll make that. This will be the first time I've ever met that food objective. So you're thumping up definitely a load of coal. Nearly there, nearly there. There we go. Preparations finished. The people you saved barely managed to reach the city in time. At least we have a critical supply of food ready. There's not much time left. We should use to prepare whatever else we can. After the storm hits, there'll be nothing we can do but wait. So, that times quite nicely because that's where I'm going to wrap this episode up. So we've got 2 days left before the storm hits, which is where we're going to pick up next episode. As usual, likes, comments, subscriptions, they help the channel grow, they help get this out in front of other people, so thank you to everyone that does that. And other than that, I hope you have a great day, and I will catch you all next time.